Hey friends, this is Maha, and you're watching Maha Snippets.
Depression comes with a number of feelings that certainly turn the mood down, and we are in need of various methods to uplift ourselves. From good music to nice movies, some of the best depression and anxiety quotes also make things right. A few positive quotes of the day along with your favorite ones stuck on your wall can be a source of happy syrup. We are sure that these quotes about depression and anxiety will definitely take you to a better world. Don't let life discourage you. Everyone who got where he is had to begin where he was. Richard L. Evans, there is hope, even when your brain tells you there isn't. John Green, give yourself another day, another chance. You will find your courage eventually. Don't give up on yourself just yet. Someone, you say you're depressed. All I see is resilience. You are allowed to feel messed up and inside out. It doesn't mean you're human. David Mitchell, those who have a why to live can bear with almost any how. Viktor E. Frankl, even if happiness forgets you a little bit, never completely forget about it. Jacques Prévert, minds are like parachutes, they function only when open. Someone, even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. Will Rogers, in the midst of winter, I finally learned that there was in me an invincible summer. Albert Camus, our greatest glory is in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius, I think that little by little I'll be able to solve my problems and survive. Frida Kahlo, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. Grantland Rice, I've certainly had periods when I felt like life was winning and I was losing, so I think everybody can relate to that quandary, the temptation to give in, to give up, and then what it takes to keep going. Malcolm Gets, healing is not linear. Self-care is never a selfish act. It is simply good stewardship of the only gift I have, the gift I was put on earth to offer to others. Parker Palmer, sometimes your joy is the source of your smile, but sometimes your smile can be the source of your joy. Thich Nhat Hanh, character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved. Helen Keller, remember always that you not only have the right to be an individual, you have an obligation to be one. Eleanor Roosevelt, I've learned that everything happens for a reason. Every event has a why and all adversity teaches us lesson. Never regret your past. Accept it as the teacher that it is. Robin Sharma, in 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life, it goes on. Robert Frost, it's one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself, to forgive. Forgive everybody. Maya Angelou, when you forgive, you in no way change the past, but you sure do change the future. Bernard Meltzer, I was only 9 years old. At that time you don't realize that you can work super hard and give everything you have and lose. It was the best message for me. Beyonce Knowles Carter, imagination has a great deal to do with winning. Mike Krzyzewski, noble deeds and hot baths are the best cures for depression. Dodie Smith, in times of great stress or adversity, it's always best to keep busy, to plow your anger and your energy into something positive. Lee Iacocca, sadness flies away on the wings of time. Jean de La Fontaine, never react emotionally to criticism. Analyze yourself to determine whether it is justified. If it is, yourself. Otherwise, go on about your business. Norman Vincent Peale, never let your head hang down. Never give up and sit down, grieve. Find another way. Leroy Satchel Paige, we must understand that sadness is an ocean, and sometimes we drown, while other days we are forced to swim. R.M. Drake, you cannot protect yourself from sadness without protecting yourself from happiness. Jonathan Safran Foer, pain insists upon being attended to. God whispers to us in our pleasures, speaks in our consciences, but shouts in our pains. It is his megaphone to rouse a deaf world. C.S. Lewis, what you thought before has led to every choice you have made, and this adds up to you at this moment. If you want to change who you are physically, mentally, and spiritually, you will have to change what you think. Dr. Patrick Gentempo, too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around. Leo Buscaglia, tears are words that need to be written. Paulo Coelho, prosperity is a great teacher. Adversity is a greater. Possession pampers the mind. Deprivation trains and strengthens it. William Hazlitt, a champion needs a motivation above and beyond winning. Pat Arelli, we are all on a lifelong journey and the core of its meaning, the terrible demand of its centrality is forgiving and being forgiven. Martha Kilpatrick, maybe we all have darkness inside of us and some of us are better at dealing with it than others. Jasmine Warga, but I know, somehow, that only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. Martin Luther King Jr., if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change the way you think about it. Mary Engelbright, even from a dark night, songs of beauty can be born. Mary Ann Radmacher, we are not to blame for our illness, but we are responsible for our health. Victoria Maxwell, blessed is he who expects nothing, for he shall never be disappointed. Alexander Pope, action is the antidote to despair. Joan Baez, there is some good in this world, and it's worth fighting for. J.R.R. Tolkien, maybe you have to know the darkness before you can appreciate the light. Madeline L'Engle, remember, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt, the harder you fall, the higher you bounce. Unknown author, the greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. Epictetus, we are sure that even if you remember each quote for one single day, you would never be able to fall back into the pit of depressed state again. So buck up guys and start enjoying your life once again. The best way to gain self-confidence is to do what you are afraid to do. Unknown, if you can find a path with no obstacles, it probably doesn't lead anywhere. Frank A. Clark, even if you fall on your face, you're still moving forward. Victor Kame, difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. The best is yet to come. Zig Ziglar, what people in the world think of you is really none of your business. Martha, nothing can bring you peace but yourself. Ralph Waldo Emerson, I think that one thing that causes unhappiness is protracted anxiety and worry. Derek Bach, now that I have conquered social anxiety disorder, I find pleasure in fans approaching me. Ricky Williams, the fear of being laughed at makes coward of us all. Mignon McLaughlin, he who fears he will suffer, already suffers from his fear. Michel de Montaigne, someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. Les Brown, the moment I started treating my social anxiety disorder, I started feeling better. Ricky Williams, courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Mark Twain, I am not afraid of storms for I am learning how to sail my ship. Louisa May Alcott, worrying is like a rocking chair, it gives you something to do, but it gets you nowhere. Glenn Turner, it's easy to stand with the crowd, it takes courage to stand alone sometimes, you need to be alone. Not to be lonely, but to enjoy your free time being yourself. I think it's very healthy to spend time alone. You need to know how to be alone. You need to know how to be alone and not be defined by another person. I just need someone to hug me and tell me I am not as worthless as I think I am. Being alone has a power that very few people can handle. You can't be strong all the time. Sometimes you just need to be alone and let your tears out. You cannot be lonely if you like the person you are alone with. When everything is lonely, I can be my best friend. Connor Oberst, sometimes you just need a break. In a beautiful place. Alone. To figure everything out. Walking with a friend in the dark is better than walking alone in the light. The loneliest people are the kindest. The saddest people smile the brightest. The most damaged people are the wisest. All because they do not wish to see anyone else suffer the way they do. The hardest walk you can make is alone. But it's the walk that will make you stronger. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. So here were the best depression and anxiety quotes. We believe you can now fill up your inner self with confidence and power to throw away the burden of depression and anxiety with these quotes. Stay calm and be happy.
If you like this video, don't forget to drop a like, share and subscribe my channel. See you in the next video.